Oh yes, you guys want me to tell you that Andy's how I met Andy, right? And by the way, Brad's in the chat. Thank you, Brad. You can thank Brad for getting us on Loudwire. Much love, Brad. I love you. He's been helping us a bit with the marketing, which we never usually get help with anything. So having Brad help us is fucking awesome. So thank you, Brad. But you guys want to hear the Andy story? So some of you might have heard it. So I met Andy like this. We're both YouTubers, right? And he was actually more of a YouTuber back in the day. Not as much anymore. He's like an actual musician, with real talent and not just memes like me. And essentially, we both covered songs, and we'd see each other here and there. And then we both covered. You guys remember From First to Last that Make War or whatever the fuck? You guys remember when Skrillex, Sonny came back to From First to Last, that song? Maybe some of you do, maybe you don't. So we both covered that song. Like I did guitars, he did vocals, not like together or anything. It's just, separately. And that's when I was on like that cover grind. So, I'd make sure I get the cover out really fast, and get the SEO favoring me. And then Andy did the cover of vocals, and he was getting like mad views. And I was like, who the fuck's this? Who the fuck is this random ass vocalist getting all these views, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck, Andy? Who is this guy? So I instantly hated him for no reason. I was a bit of a petty bitch as well back then. And then I think Andy sent me a friend request on. Oh no! Then I sent Andy a friend request on Facebook out of pity. Yeah, I was a bitch, right? And then he accepted, and then he messaged me, and I didn't expect him to message me. That was like a hate request. You know what I mean? When you send someone a request, you just you're like fuck you, and you just want to add them as a friend for some reason. For no reason. Again, no good reason. I was just being a jackass. And then he messaged me. He was like, dude, I really like your content. And then I instantly was like, oh, this guy's really nice. I was like, fuck, I was a jackass. And yeah, he was just like, dude, I really like your content. And I was like, oh, dude, thank you so much. Like, I like your stuff. And then Nick's logic confuses me. Yeah, dude, you think I understand what the fuck I do? I don't. So then we just got to talking essentially, and that was it. He was just really nice. And then Linkin Park Heavy came out. Okay? You guys remember that song, Linkin Park Heavy? And it wasn't my thing, but it was a big song, and I wanted to do a metal version of it. And I was like, I don't have any friends. But this guy, Andy, I just started talking to, seems to be like he's done Amir covers and shit like that. He seems to be really pretty good and pretty, diverse. So I was like, fuck it. So I hit Andy up. I was like, hey, man, you want to do this metal cover of Linkin Park Heavy? And he's like, yeah, dude, like, let's go. And I was a little skeptic at first, but essentially I sent him the instrumental, and then he sent me the vocals. And as soon as I heard those, like, those lows, those like North Lane Adrian type lows, when I heard those, that just gets me. When I heard that shit in that song, I was like, this guy's good. I was like, what the fuck? So he sent me that, and then we released that cover, and it did pretty well. And yeah, from there on, like I just kept kind of hitting him up for covers. Like I think we did something else before we did Post Malone Rockstar. I don't remember the exact order, but I knew Heavy came first. And we just kept doing covers and just getting to know each other better and better. And like, we just kind of had that synergy. And yeah, that's basically how we developed our relationship. And then we just kept talking and becoming better and better friends. And yeah, and kids, that's how I met your mother. Exactly. And then, the rest is basically history. Like I became friends with Andy, and then we started Termina together. So it began as me hating him out of pity because I was a petty bitch. So there's the story of how I met Andy. Beautiful things come out of hate, guys. I guess that's the moral of the story. I don't know. No, the moral of the story is don't be a jackass and just instantly think somebody sucks or like think bad of somebody if you don't actually know them. There you go. There's the moral of the story. Learn good things. You thank God Nick was a petty bitch. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess that is how I met Andy, by being a petty bitch. So maybe the moral of the story is to be an asshole. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. So there you go. That's how I met Andy. And ever since, this was the point of the story. Ever since he sent me the heavy vocal, like the vocals for Heavy, Linkin Park, like the metal version. At that moment, I was always looking for vocalists, and none of them. It's either they were unreliable, never got shit done, or they just weren't that great, right? At that moment, when he sent me those vocals, I literally told myself, I am grabbing onto this motherfucker, and I am never letting go. That's literally what I said to myself when he sent me those vocals. I'm grabbing onto this dude and I'm fucking not letting go. You know, like whether it be needing to do a cover or anything else, like this is my dude now. Like this is the dude who I'm hitting up for vocals for shit. And yeah, that's it. And ever since that day, like how long ago? We can actually, because YouTube, my whole life is on the internet. You guys can actually see Linkin Park heavy metal cover. Let's see, how long ago was that? Holy fuck, I've known Andy way too motherfucking long. Oh my god, 4 years ago when? February 2006. Yeah, 4 years ago. So ever since this day, 4 years ago, I was like, yo, this guy, I'm not letting this motherfucker go. He is stuck with me. I'm going to annoy him with every single thing I need a vocalist for, and that's all. And it seemed to work out in the end. And funny enough, Termina, again, before it was actually Termina, didn't even start with me and Andy. It started with me, Ezekiel, and then again, didn't work out with me and Ezekiel. And then it was like, who's the first person I'd hit up? Andy. And that's it. So just be a petty bitch now. Get friends thanks to the advice. No, that's not. That's not it. Nick didn't lie. He didn't let it go. Yeah, that's the story of how I got to know Andy. I was a petty bitch, and then I was like, this guy's actually fucking better than everybody else. And then I just never let go 4 years ago. And ever since then, I say the same thing. And I told Andy too. I'm like, Andy, you know you're stuck with me till like we both die, right? I literally said, I was like, you know, like I'm not gonna, like, you know, like you're gonna have to deal with my shit basically till we die, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know, dude. I know. I was like, perfect. That's great, dude. You're fucked. And vice versa. He's like, dude, like, you know, like, yeah, we have a pretty good relationship now. But 4 years, holy fuck. That actually shocked me. I thought it was only like 3 or 2. Holy fuck. 4 years ago, I met Andy, dude. What the fuck? That's disgusting. Gosh. Catch. Yes, enjoy. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, so there you go. Was that a satisfying story? And yeah, that's kind of it. And then I also have the story of how I actually met Andy in person. I don't know if you guys care about that one, but let's watch another reaction if you guys want. I'll tell you guys that one as well, because that one's kind of funny. But yeah, that's the story of how, you know, that's basically the origin of Termina, if you guys think about it. Slowly become less professional. Dude, I ruined Andy. He was dude, when I met Andy, holy fuck. He was the most professional, like, musician dude, right? You know, he was that type of guy that didn't want to, like, be known as a joke. Like a real musician, unlike me, right? He was very serious. He was like, everything I do has to be perfect. It has to be very musicianship. You know, it's that image thing, right? Which I've met a lot of dudes who are like that. And that's definitely how he was in the beginning. He was very picky with what he would do, right? Because he didn't want to release, you know, anything up that's not his standard or anything joking, right? Like no memes. And over the 4 years, as you can tell by, sorry, let me just get the picture out. As you can tell by, can we find it here? We can't. As you can tell by Andy's maid outfit, as well as his stream where he dressed as Spider-Man, I completely ruined his life. So, you know, that's what you get when you write music with Nik Nocturnal and you do the Rars on his covers 4 years ago. That's what you get. You get your life a little ruined, but that's okay. It's I'm sure it was for the better. All right. Oh my God, yes. So, sorry. Let's go back 5 seconds ago when I was talking about how Andy used to be like really professional and how now I have ruined Andy. I'm not saying this is like all me. It's not like I said like this is only my doing, obviously, right? Like Andy's, you know, Andy's his own person, right? Andy, you know, he's his own dude, right? But I will definitely say I was partially responsible for this. I'm not going to say like it was like, you know, like even 50% or maybe even 20, but I will say that there is a percentage of Nick that ruined Andy's professionalism and caused him to do things like this. Okay. So I apologize. I hope it was for the better. I love you, Andy. Oh man, picture's amazing, dude. When I saw that, like when you guys linked it to me in the first time Discord, it was like that is my favorite fucking picture, like ever, because it's just I never have seen Andy meme that hard. You math and you ruined the man's career. You're laughing a little bit. If made Andy wasn't enough for you guys for me to prove my point of I was taking part of, I definitely ruined Andy a bit. There you go. I love Andy so much. There you go. He's amazing, man.